Fight Club is? You do not talk about Fight Club. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Lions.
Wow, guys, I didn't see this one coming. What's up, YouTube? Ozzy back with another video, and wow, I didn't think I'd be making this one. Katsuhiro Harada has left Tekken. This kind of feels bittersweet because I spent so much time with him. Waking up to that news that someone that's been so prominent in your life through a video game, who has really connected people from all over the world, is leaving, he's stepping back. And then what does this do for Tekken 8? The first time I met Harada was at a Tekken event, I think in 2012, called Tekken Force. And I finished 5th. And people that finished in the top 10 were invited. I went there, I hosted the event. Him and Michael Murray was helping out with Namco. And I done an interview with him. Honestly, looking at my younger self, I didn't think he was that funny. I'll play a little clip. But yeah, the insights that I got from his interview, looking back at it now, that he was very warm. He was very welcoming. He truly loved his fans. Like, I have to be honest, I know he gets a lot of abuse online on Twitter, and the internet is not a real place, but he is really warm. I never got any bad energy from him. And then I asked him, I said, look, I'm going to do an event. I'm going to shoot this trailer. Can you do this for me? And he made a cameo for my trailer, and it's just...
Hello? Harada?
Hello? Hiya! This is Harada. You have to do Lion Den 2. Okay? You got that?
It really, that made my event go from here to there, where the whole world was like, wow, this guy got a developer of the game. How? And I got a lot of jealousy as well, like, why is Harada chilling with Ozzy? Why? Who? What's he done? Now let's talk about why this is big news, because let's be honest, Harada revolutionized 3D games. He was the first one to introduce 3D. Tekken 3, this guy changed fighting games. Tekken 3, Tekken 4, for me, my favorite Tekken was Tekken 4. The stuff you could do, the guy was ahead of his time. The stuff you could do in Tekken 4, you could not do in any other game. It felt so immersive, storylines were dark, you felt connected to the characters. Yeah, and it wasn't a balanced game, and I know a lot of people don't like that, but I like the fact that it wasn't a balanced game. Life isn't balanced, and it was raw, it was uncut, but it was a hard game. Execution, and he goes, you know, he nearly quit after that because it didn't sell too well. His tech advancements, you gotta give it to him, pushing for netcodes, the slow motion, his philosophy of don't ask me for shit. He was a raw motherfucker, and I enjoyed that about him. He can take it, and he sure can give it. Why I honestly think he left. I think there's been differences in vision, creativity, possibly industry shifts. Now we will never know the truth, because that's how the industry works, right? I vanished. No one really knew why I vanished, but I'll do a video on why I left. The whole DLC thing is hurting Tekken, and this guy comes from an era where everything's in the game, everything's packaged. You unlock the characters, you play the storyline. There's incentives there, right? Namco are going towards greed. And greed is not always good. It's very rare greed is good. Greed is good to certain things, like Transformers Generation 1, they killed Optimus Prime to sell more toys. That was greed. But for this, I don't think so. I think this is backfiring because the game is not doing well. And is it a coincidence? They released this character, and then a couple of weeks later, Harada's left. Let's read this tweet. I'd like to share I'll be leaving Namco Bandai at the end of 2025. With the Tekken series after 13 years, an important milestone for a project I devoted much of my life to. I felt like this was the most fitting moment. My roots lie in the days when I supported a local tournament in Japan, arcades and the small halls. Look, let's give it up for the arcades. This guy pushed his games out to the arcades. If you're like me, we come from the arcade era. That's where gaming was, right? You hang out with your boys and you see who's the best and you talk about it after you go for a munch. But anyway, let's continue. Even as time changed, those experiences have remained at the center of my identity. Even at the tournament scene grew much larger, many of you continue to treat me like an old friend, challenging me at venues, inviting me out to drinks and bars. Those memories are also deeply precious to me. I appreciate it. In recent years, I've experienced the loss of several close friends in my personal life and in my professional life. He's probably talking about the Dead or Alive developer, his mate, that openly didn't like Harada and Tekken, but still, they were frenemies. Harada started to realize all this abuse I'm getting on Tekken, Is this really worth it? Over the past 4 to 5 years, I've gradually handed over my responsibilities as well as the stories and world building that I oversaw. Looking back, I was fortunate to work on extraordinary varieties like VR titles like Summer Lesson, Pokken Tekken, Soul Calibur. Each project was full of new discoveries and learning. To everyone who has supported me, to the communities around the world, and to all the colleagues who have walked alongside me for many years, I offer my deepest gratitude. I never once performed as a DJ at a tournament event. You just needed to ask me. I would have put you on that line. So anyway, thank you again sincerely for all these years, Harada. Might start a new IP, but yeah, like I said, this could be a Konami, Hideo Kojima scenario. We don't know. Thank you so much. Thank you for this game. Really grateful for the time we spent together and you treating me like a brother. I played the video game with Harada. How many people can say that? That they played a video game with the developer of the game they love. Cherish that memory. I was like a fanboy. I'll play the video at the end. And yeah, I wish you all the best on your new endeavors. What does this mean for Tekken 8? Tekken 8 is in tatters at the moment. That character that they released, you already know how I feel about that character. Remain to be seen. Is it going to go through a renaissance period like the Arsenal Football Club? Because this is what it feels like. It feels like Arsene Wenger leaving Arsenal towards the end of his career. If you remember, he won Premiership titles and then towards the end, the fans turned on him. And you know what that's saying? You've overwelcomed your stay. Harada, thank you for the memories. I'm truly grateful and yeah, I truly wish you well.
I'm facing the main man himself, Harada-san. Lionel versus Harada-san. Let's do this.